Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So today we are going to keep on with the winter/Christmas theme and do a really fun peekaboo. So let's jump in and get started. I am starting with a 12-ounce modern curve from the Stainless Depot. These were on like being discontinued, so I grabbed a bunch of these. These are perfect for either just your coffee or even a kid size, but I just really grabbed a whole bunch of these. So that's what I'm going to use today. And the first thing I'm going to do is sand off that protective layer of the stainless steel, just using a sanding sponge. And then I will clean this up with 91% rubbing alcohol. And you'll be able to see all that dust and protective layer on the paper towel. It's nasty. But once that's clean and rubbing alcohol doesn't take long to dry at all, I will go ahead and paint this tumbler. I'm going to do like a blue-white theme. So I am going to paint the base blue. And we're going to use this. I do like this medium blue and white mixed together to make a really light blue. That'll be really nice for the glitter we're going to lay down. And I'm just going to paint that onto the cup. And about here, I decided it's a decent enough coverage that I won't need to do 2 coats, that I'm going to use this as my adhesive. So I lay down my parchment paper and continue painting the cup. And I do paint the bottom because I am going to put a snowflake on the bottom. So I do want to make sure that I paint that. I'm going to use Gus Gus by Peach Olive Glitters. It is a gorgeous light blue and almost has a hint of a purple, but it's mostly blue. And I am just pouring this all over the tumbler, making sure that it's nice and covered. Tap off any of the excess. And then I do take my thumb around the rim. Since we are doing a peekaboo, I don't want this glitter coming all the way up to the rim. I set that off to dry and I give it 1 coat of epoxy, and I'm going to go ahead and sand down that rim after that first coat because I do want that down a little bit more. I just wanted 1 coat of epoxy on it so that it isn't bulky after several coats of epoxy. So I'm going to sand down this rim using my little rotary thing. And once I'm done with that, I clean that up using more rubbing alcohol, add it onto my turner and give it 2 more coats of epoxy. Once that is done, there is just a few spots that were a little rough, but I am cleaning my rim. And I'm going to sand down the tumbler, just making sure I pay extra attention to that bottom and a couple spots where it was just a little bumpy. I cleaned that up to get all the dust off. And then I had cut out a bunch of snowflakes. The template I found was actually for like a Libby glass can, but I just sized it up a little bit to use on this. And I'm going to go ahead and weed out all the little bits in the snowflake. Once I get all that done, I'm going to go ahead and put my transfer tape over the whole thing, but I'm not going to apply it all in one. I'm going to cut it down. And the smallest of snowflakes, I am not going to use yet. This is Oracle 631 temporary vinyl, but I can still use it as regular vinyl later. So I'm going ahead and wrapping this around. Because this is a curved tumbler, it is a little bit tricky to get it around as even as possible. So I'm going to go slow and kind of cut and maneuver so that these are as even as possible when I'm placing them down. When I get that last one on there, I am going to go ahead and remove the transfer tape, making sure that that vinyl sticks down nicely. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom of the tumbler. And because it is skinnier at the bottom, I don't need as many to go around, but I do use one of them on the very bottom. And then once that's done, I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to spray it a white and blue ombre where white is on both sides, as you can see here. And I just used Rustoleum, and it was a light blue and white. And it turned out so pretty. Probably the best ombre spray paint that I've done yet. But I'm going to go ahead and remove those stencils now. And I'm only going to show you a couple of the snowflakes because, I mean, that would be boring to watch. So, and as you can see, that glitter is starting to peek through, and it's just gorgeous. And once I get all of the decals off, this is what we have. Absolutely obsessed with it. I am going to give this one coat of epoxy before we go on to adding the rest of the decals. So once that has cured, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my rim, getting all that excess epoxy off of the rim. And I am going to also sand down to expose that little bit of stainless steel so that our final coats of epoxy will have something to adhere to. And now to really bring this tumbler together, all those little extra snowflakes that I didn't use, I'm going to go ahead and place. And I do place some of the bigger ones as well. I think in all, I had one snowflake left over. So this is from that bottom row. And this is where I'm going to place some of the bigger ones, kind of overlapping some of the glitter snowflakes over that peekaboo, but not so much that you can't see the glitter. I just think that this white with the blue glitter underneath really just ties this whole thing together and is just stunning. Even though I'm putting white decals on the white spray paint, in person, you can really see them, and it just adds an extra dimension to it. I'm going to seal this with the CC DIY Quick Coat, give it 2 final coats of epoxy, and now clean up the rim for the final time. And as you can see inside, there's a little bit of spray paint overspray. So I'm going to show you how I cleaned that up. I use 100% acetone on a paper towel, and I just clean the inside to remove that paint. And once that is done, then I clean it with 91% rubbing alcohol. Once that is done, completely clean, I'm going to show you the 2 different lids that comes with this tumbler. This particular lid is just perfect, especially for kids. It's spill proof, whatever. To use it maybe as a coffee mug and or just a small wine glass maybe, I don't know. It comes with this other lid, and I just love these hug duos. They're amazing. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.